Ladies, gentlemen, bodies of water, welcome to Halloween's Alchemy Lab. My name is Lee, and I'm spooky.
My name's Carl, and I'm semi-spooky.
Good evening.
Children of the night, what beautiful music they make.
I am the dungeon master of the Alchemy Lab. And my name's Matt.
I'm front out there.
Oh, good grief.
Good lord. Now, right, that's going to go away for a bit.
And now, so I can see what it is I wrote for the case. Spooky lighting.
Spooky.
That's too bright. You need to turn that. You need to turn that
blind
down
and cannot read what he wrote. Not either.
That's still quite bright. That's still bright, but it's fine.
Spooky.
Last time on the Alchemy Lab. I'm not going to do it in that voice the whole time.
Shattered Land Streets of Mihre, Matt.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'm the DM for the Shattered Land Streets of Mihre. Sorry, I was possessed by something there for a moment. We're on case number 12. I've gone with Dive Bar of the Dead.
Dive Bar of the Dead. I like it. Yeah.
Last time, in case number 11, grinding the gears. Graccus and Kalthar investigated the Temple of Gond because they got word of a Delano operation within. Turns out they were making the Lover's Haze in there. That nasty drug that has been filtering all over Tier 7 and wrecking the place. And they sorted that right out. Overboiled it, got rid of it. All
Melted
good.
Melted some
walls, ate some people as velociraptors. It was freaky.
Good times were had by all.
Sorry, what?
Good times were had by all.
Oh, yeah, except for all the people that got eaten. Or shot with shotguns.
That's their problem.
That is their problem. It's a pretty big problem. But not for you. And this was a couple of days ago. We are still with Graccus and Kalthar. This was a couple of days ago that he did that. And as yet, there has been no sign of retribution or even, well, I mean, there's been maybe some signs that there was a bit of chaos. You can imagine there would be, because Graccus, you will have handed over the material you recovered to Detective Swift.
Mm-hmm.
And for all intents and purposes, he seems to be rounding up a number of drug runners and couriers and locking them away. You dealt a blow to that organization, so it's strange that they haven't tried to get their own back as of yet. Perhaps they're waiting for the festivities to end, because today is the Day of the Void. The Day of the Void happens annually, and it's happened for the last 10 years. It's the 10-year anniversary of the Totem Crisis. Now, the Totem Crisis, I think both of you were around during the Totem Crisis. You may have even fought during the Totem Crisis. This was an incident where a black mage had found a bunch of totems from another world, and similar to the one that you found, coincidentally.
Indeed.
And used them to draw in something from the void and cause all manner of havoc. They even destroyed an entire island called Senon. And things were pretty bad for a while there, but an alliance of peoples managed to sort that out. And since then, they have this celebration, sort of a superstition really, to ward off creatures or entities from the void. As you walk the streets, Graccus and Kalthar, you see a number of street stalls opening as night begins to fall. and the Tier 6 citizenry are out in force. They're dressed in all manner of costumes and garb, from basic efforts to full-on horror regalia. They are dressed as skeletons with face paint and clacking bits of wood on their limbs to simulate the clattering of bones. Clattering isn't even a word, but it is now. It's a spooky word. Some are dressed as dragons, as beholders, in wonderfully ornate kind of, I guess, kind of constructions, almost like floats, like parade floats almost. Different demons. Some of these creatures are mythical. Some of them you both know well. Not. The Devilish Archive is still boarded up and dark. It needs no decoration to look the part on this particular night, as it is still, I mean, not quite, I mean, it's not derelict, but it's, I mean, you've been closed for several weeks at this point. It basically looks like a derelict covered in graffiti. You guys have been out getting some stuff. What have you been buying? So there have been a Rembrandt seems to be pretty keen on this night, and he's decided he wants to have a bit of a booze up, and also maybe a planning session for the fights to come.
Are you keen on this, Graccus? Are you dressed up?
No. Graccus fought in the war, so no, he's good. He doesn't always. He lets people have their revelry, but I lost friends fighting in that, so I'd rather not.
Althar, how do you feel about this night?
I mean, I also fought in it, but I have not dressed up, but I have amended myself for the occasion. So whereas Kalthar would be sort of a brassy, bronzy person, he's gone for more of an obsidian tone. He's used sort of this sort of oil that he likes to use, and oiled himself up to be more of a obsidian-esque gentleman.
I mean, I'll be honest, Graccus, I mean, although he's not hiding, everyone knows where the archive is, he's still well aware that the Lions might just send assassins out to him in the streets, so I am wearing a long black hooded cloak, so I still sort of have cloak disguise on. It's just kind of like a generic blackened cloak and stuff like that, very sort of plain and blends into a crowd, especially on a night like tonight.
Well, I mean, tonight wouldn't be a bad night to attempt something like that. I mean, it is very, very public. There would be a lot of witnesses.
What they want. They'd want that. They'd make the statement.
Potentially to make the statement. Potentially. Yeah, get a patsy to do it. Yeah, quite possibly. All right. So, because the most imminent threat really to Tier 7 has been, it seems, neutralized. You're not quite relaxed, but you're slightly, like a worry has been sort of lifted from your mind a bit. All right. So what have you got? What have you bought for this party? Have you bought anything?
I mean, the archive is stocked with booze. That's not a problem. Rembrandt will always have that covered. So I've just bought food, meats to be roasted and to be prepared for tonight. I've been a bit indulgent.
Oh,
I figured celebrate. Why not? So some of the finer meats around, so some like pheasants and grouse and things like this, along with just huge slabs of beef and chickens and things like that to be cooked up. But everyone's putting up with a lot of shit because of me. I'm well aware of that. So I'm trying to sort of, for now, make amends in the short term by giving them a hell of a feast. And then once this is all resolved, I can properly try and make amends.
Very good.
I've also invited Swift to the archive for tonight, because this is probably going to turn into a vague planning session too. Because I don't like the idea of giving them too much time to think.
It is the perfect opportunity to plan your next move. Yes. Kalthar, have you got anything as well?
He's just bought various herbs and botanicals and things to make sort of a punch that he used to remember was quite nice.
Very good, very good.
Spooky punch.
Very good. Is it social elixir or
Yeah, pretty much.
or energizer?
Yeah.
He's got all three. He's
All
got
three.
He's got
Nightcap.
three spirits with him.
Hashtag not a sponsor, but sponsor us anyway.
Yeah.
Hashtag please sponsor us.
Yeah, hashtag please sponsor us.
Plugging products, spooky.
I mean, that's how it works, right? You just name the product and they have to pay you. Surely that's how it works.
Exactly how it works. All right. Well, you give the code knock on the door. What is the code knock? I didn't hear what that was.
Oh, I knocked on the table and everything. It's 2 knocks, pause, 3 quick. Yeah.
Okay. You hear a bolt being pulled back. You hear the creak of a barricade. What's the bar? The bar! You hear the creak of a bar being lifted, and the door opens. Brock Ironide greets you both with a grin. Ah, gentlemen, come in. We're just getting the beers poured.
Perfect timing then.
So, to save you going around, Kalthar, he pulls a little sort of pull string by the door, and the top of the door kind of goes.
Lovely. Thank you, Brock.
You still kind of have to go in sideways, but it's
it sort of goes.
Locks. All right. What are you having for your first one? Rembrandt's busy in the back with Knock. Think they're getting the burners ready.
Perfect. Well, in that case, I sling back the sack of food I brought with me onto my side. And I lean over and I think tonight I am going to celebrate. So I grab a bottle of rye, grab a glass and just pop the cork and pour myself one and put it down.
I will assist Rembrandt and Nog in the kitchen. I have something to concoct.
Very good, very good. Oh, your other guests have arrived as well. And he gestures over to Ender and Detective Swift, who are sat at a table. They are sort of reclining back, not really sure what to make of each other. Although you get the feeling that...
That is an unlikely pairing, isn't it? That really is.
a bit.
Yeah. A smuggler, thief, assassin sat opposite a police detective is a very unique situation.
In fact, like, Swift is sort of stealing glances like, I swear you've been on wanted posters. I swear.
I noticed these guys that pick up the bottle of rye and walk over and put it down in front of them. Gentlemen, could I interest you in a drink?
Mr. Fourbreaker, yes you can. Absolutely. And for you, Detective. And for me, yes. And for me.
Would rye be okay with you, gentlemen, or would you prefer something a bit different? As you can see, we do have a fully stocked bar this evening. Feel free.
Even with the only customers being the 7 of us, you still keep a fully stocked bar. I like it.
Rembrandt has a sense of personal pride when it comes to having his bar well maintained. An advantage of such a fine connoisseur, should I say.
Well, in that case, yes, a rye. A rye for me as well. We'll start with rye.
I must say, it's a rather unusual sight seeing yourself, Ender, and yourself, Detective, sit at the same table. But then I suppose war makes strange bedfellows of us all. I'd take a sip, then sit down.
Well, he's not bought me a drink yet to be a bedfellow.
The night is young. The night is young.
Indeed. I found my cigarette. In the kitchen, or like the pantry, or whatever it would be, Rembrandt is busying himself, clopping along a set of burners and a set of ovens. You can, well, actually, Kalthar, you can't smell the array of food being prepared already. But you see Nock bustling back and forth as well. He's basically cutting up vegetables, just cutting up onions, cutting up all sorts of things. He's doing the and he's also echoing that sound. So it sounds a bit like there's a machine gun going off back in here. It's like, brrr.
Yeah, it sounds like Nock.
He likes the noise.
Yep.
What can we say?
I'm just going to throw it out there now. There might be a possibility that they might end up with some iconic horror movie / action movie quotes in this case, given this thing.
Well, you never know.
Well,
oh, what you got
coming
there?
to get us?
Father.
There it is.
What'd you bring me, Mr. Kalthar?
A selection of herbs, spices, and botanicals. When I was a flesh man, I quite enjoyed this, especially around this time of the year.
Ah, fan of this time of the year, huh?
When it got cooler in the air, I did enjoy it.
I feel you. Oh, it's a good time. It's a good time. I like the street atmosphere, and I like the costumes. We used to do a great Void Night party.
Well, I'll make you a promise, Rembrandt. This time next year, we'll throw the biggest one in Mihre. How's that?
Oh, that sounds fantastic. There you are, Graccus. You got the meat.
Oh, Graccus, what are you doing in the kitchen?
I can hear the conversation. It's a pretty quiet bar, let's be honest.
Yeah. You bring all the meat?
Of course. It's on the counter. I brought a bit of a selection this time, rather than just the standards. Hopefully you're a fan of pheasant and grouse.
Rembrandt looks up at Calvin. Pheasants and grouse. Ah, Nock, would you mind grabbing the meat for me there? Nock's like grabbing the meat and just scurries out into the bar. Comes back with like just sacks of pheasant and beef and all sorts of things, just strewn over one shoulder. Sort of waddles back in. Meat, and sets it down. Kind of just sets it down on the floor. I think. I don't think you can reach up onto the counter.
Yeah,
Probably not.
I'll hef it up.
Ah, good sir.
You're welcome, Nock.
Have you imbibed yet, gentlemen?
You're welcome to join us whenever you're ready, Rembrandt.
Well, a lot of this stuff is going to be slow cooked. I figured we'd be having a starter of liquid, mostly.
That sounds like my kind of night.
Oh, boy.
Do you have any mead, Rembrandt?
Oh, I should think we've got mead. We got everything else.
I'm sure I saw a bottle of it near the far end of the bar, didn't I? One of the old aged ones, I think.
I think so. I think possibly so. Yeah, go. Yeah, hang on. Let me head out there. Actually, I got something for you as well, Mr. Foebreaker.
And he this already.
He clops out, and you guys follow. He just goes to the end and pulls out a pretty big bottle of mead. Like this is a good it's like this would be a deep reference. It's like one of them big 3-liter cider bottle things. There's like a 3-liter bottle of mead.
Yeah. In a bottle of White Lightning.
Yeah. Frosty Jack's mead.
Frosty Jacks.
But It's don't worry about the size of it. It is good meat. But you're a big guy. I figured you want just the bottle.
This is for the punch.
Meat for the punch.
Yes.
In that case, you better take 2 of them. And he hefts another one up.
Yeah.
I'm curious about this punch. I can't wait to have it go. And Graccus. Hold on, I gotta heft this up onto the bar. And it's a wooden crate. And Rembrandt kind of grabs like a little like crowbar thing, just pries off the lid. Inside are a selection of clay jars, courtesy of your boy Surak. We have fine orcish brew, and he sends them with his compliments.
I'll have to remind to send him a thank you letter.
Yeah,
I reach in and just grab one and.
He mentioned he got your message. It's gonna be over. He's coming over with your lord's fleet.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So you've grabbed one, Graccus. Yeah.
Yep.
And you've had a whiff.
Cracked the seal on it, and
you've had a whiff. It is that pt good. It is. Like, this is good stuff. Pretty, like, purely orcishly brewed orcish brew. Yo, I never tried this stuff before.
It'll kick you in the teeth, but it's worth it every second of it. I take a big mouthful of it and just sit there and savour the taste of home, essentially.
Well, Rembrandt kind of takes one of the jars out as well. You know, part of the reason I'm slow cooking this stuff is so it requires basically me only to be like half conscious. So
we'll have to do the planning early then, just to make sure we all remember it, I suppose.
I think we'd better. And he pops the lid off the jar and looks in. Oh, I think this one may have gone bad.
No, trust me, it hasn't. It's just they are pungent.
No, but like yours is, I'm guessing yours is a liquid, right?
Oh, is yours turned a bit?
I mean, it looks like he passes it to you.
I'll take a.
Make a perception check.
Perception. Slight problem with the darkness. Can't read my fucking dice.
This is why I put it on the spooky lights.
Yeah, I don't have. I either have to have all light or no light. I might have to go back to the all light, unfortunately, boys. Perception 23 total. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to all light because it's fucking my eyes.
Fair enough. I'm sticking with spook. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Problem I have is because the character sheets obviously are white. Every time I open the character sheet, I just got blinded in the face by white light. So my eyes have to adjust and shrink and adjust and shrink, and they're dead. No, can't do it.
What was your perception?
23 total.
Ooh. All right. So there's a maybe a hint of orcish brew in here.
Right.
But this is weird. This is like sort of a grey kind of powdery stuff in here. May have been mixed up.
Yeah, I don't know what this one is, to be honest with you, Rembrandt.
Do they do that when they go bad or something?
No, that's. I guess maybe they grabbed the wrong pot when they put them in the crate.
Maybe. I don't know what that is.
Well, feel free to take any other one you want, of course.
Oh, all right. I'll just pop the lid back on that and put it on. I don't know, in the garbage. I don't know where to put it.
Yeah, probably for the best. It's not usable from what I can see.
Man, I'll put it on the side and then I can put it in the garbage later.
Yeah, no need to rush.
But that is. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it'll kick you in the teeth, but it's a pleasurable experience.
Whoa. Yeah, that's. Whoa.
It'll put hair on your hooves, I'll tell you that.
Put hair on my hair.
Yeah, I think it does. I'll grab mine and take another sip.
How's the punch coming along, Kalthar?
All it really needs is to sort of be warmed through a little bit, and then he sort of adds some cinnabark to it.
Okay.
Some clove wood,
I know it well.
and some star
Bucks.
anuses.
Star anuses.
Star drops.
Star drops. There we go.
Yeah.
Star drops.
And then crushes some pear into it. Once it's
Very good.
warm, it's ready to go.
All right.
He's been warming it through for some time now. It's relatively easy to make.
Very good. Okay. All right. Very good. So, shall we? I mean, if this is going to take a while to get cooking, shall we sit down and have a chat, gentlemen?
I think we should.
So Kalthar brings back this big bowl.
Nice. I pick up my orcish brew and put it down on the table and take a seat.
Well, where do we begin?
Well, I guess, how's the situation in Tier 7 now the haze is out of the way?
I mean, no meaningful changes yet, but, you know, if the changes are going to come, it's only been a couple of days.
Yeah, I know. You had any contact from the Temple of Gond? Monks offering to help?
A few feelers here and there. They've come through intermediaries.
Not surprising.
Yeah, we'd expect it as much, so.
Don't really want to put the name to what they've done, I suppose, last thing right now. How about you, Swift? How are you coming along with that list we got?
Now that we're making a lot of progress with, we've caught 24 couriers, and they've dropped more names. So we're going to be cleaning them up. It seems.
Good. The rate we're going very soon. Hopefully, it might be game over for them.
I don't know. I've seen their retribution many times.
I've dealt their retribution many times. That's why I'm not afraid of them.
Even Elia Delano. My woman's capable of anything.
Which is why I don't fear her, I despise her. I've seen plenty of friends bled and murdered at her hands for the most pathetic fucking reasons.
Well,
This was not a pathetic reason, was it? This was quite a pointed attack.
a bit of fear is healthy. No fear is silly.
I didn't say I wasn't afraid, I said I'm not afraid of them. They've got a backer higher up, that worries me. But there's nothing I can do about that.
Not yet.
If there's one thing I've learned from the limited information Cassius will give me about up there, the games they play are inscrutable and unknowing. They all have code names, nicknames, and several fake aliases. We even know who they might possibly once have been.
Dog and a witch, gentlemen. I propose a toast to you, to friends in horrible places.
Friends in horrible places.
He just puts it for his grave.
Just pause it to pass it flow out the side because it's not quite wide enough.
What's your next move then, gentlemen? This place, by the way, is locked up tight.
Good. Good.
When did Charon get here?
Oh, that's Brock.
Oh.
Charon's a bit more gruff.
Yeah, it sounds a bit gruffer. It's a waiting game now. I'm content to let Swift keep dealing with the couriers and picking up names. It'll disrupt the supply of the haze across the city, at least, which is a good thing. Until we know more about Surak and the other orcs, if they can make it in time, or when they'll turn up. It's hard to plan, but hopefully it won't be too much longer. I would guess, given that this crate... Rembrandt, when did that crate arrive, out of interest?
Oh, that arrived, actually, it arrived while you were out.
Okay. So hopefully it won't be too long before the rest of them arrive, then. You know, I'm guessing you would have sent that on ahead as a conversation piece, shall we say, and a confirmation that he's coming. Once he's here, I think we hit them back.
A double whammy.
I feel a lot more comfortable rushing them with an army of orcs, with the contingent of orcs at my back.
Alright.
Swift, I guess the thing for you is to make sure that the guards don't interfere.
The guards could very well assist you. Some of them.
I wouldn't say no to the help, but I want to make sure that your men are stay clean in this. Again, I don't know who higher up is involved with the Delanos.
True, men can be bought.
I trust the people in this room.
Perhaps keep your chaps on the reserve. Cover our backs, just in case.
Yeah. They don't need to fight, but if they can be alert, that will help. I don't know how the Delanos will react to being attacked. They might just run, especially now they've got a benefactor higher up. They might try and escape to him or her. But something tells me they won't. Something tells me that at least Elia will stand and fight.
Yes, she's certainly more of a tick than Omar.
Omar's a businessman first and foremost. I'm not a soldier, I'm not a fighter.
Well, talking about spooky stuff is very apropos for this time of year.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just say it won't be the first time that I've been fighting a major war like this at this time of year.
Oh, you fought in that whole thing, huh?
Yeah. A number of my fellow friends from my old home when we're looking for work. Ironically, it's how I met the Delanos.
Oh, I mean, I was living here at the time. It never quite made it to me. Although some of the allied people, they popped in.
Yeah.
They had a word with the Delano family, as I recall.
I never got the full story, but from what I gathered, they played power broker a little bit. Bringing a few people to the table, greasing the right palms.
Well, the story goes that they basically funded and provided ships to the Allies. as it were.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, it got them a seat at the table, and
Like
they
I
have.
said, Omar's a businessman first and foremost.
Oh yeah, and they've
Well,
been
they
at
missed
that
opportunity.
table. They've been at that table for many a year since.
Yep.
Fascinating time. Fascinating time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Yeah.
become something more though this time.
Yeah, I'll people can have their fun. It's not for me.
Oh, I love it. I
Well,
mean, each to their own. Each to their own,
Hey,
Mr. Vogt.
Like I said, I have no problem if people want to enjoy their own fun. But fighting a bunch of undead kind of leaves a mark on you.
Undead. Oh, there were some undead, weren't there?
Yeah, unfortunately, my group were part of the battle against them.
I bloody loved it.
Oh, the war?
Yes.
Yeah, well, when you watch a friend die, get back up and have to put them back down yourself, it kind of changes your opinion.
You talk as if I've never seen anyone die, Mr.
I'm sure-
Frederick. Hang on. I have died.
Fair point. I guess I keep forgetting it, Kalthar. I'm sorry.
And if you don't mind me asking, in that whole business?
Oh, no. No, long before that. But I was a caretaker for a long time in this form. And then became a scout to see how the world had changed. And, set foot out my door at the wrong time, or the right time.
Well,
It's time to be in battle again.
I'd probably argue it was the right time, given what was going on.
It was a time. It was certainly a time.
But anyway, enough of bad memories. It's not the right night for it.
No, that's true. That's true. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. How about a story of spooks?
I do enjoy a story.
You know what? Go for it.
Well, the building we sit in right now has somewhat of a sordid past. Did you know that?
You to me.
Might have done, don't know.
No, tell us more, Rembrandt. How sordid. How spooky.
Well, some
Kalthar
say...
is visibly like excited by this.
He's like leaning forward, like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, stories say that it is haunted by an evil spirit. An evil spirit of a nun. Let's see. Apparently, this nun was corrupted by forces, otherworldly forces, and began worshiping a god that was not her own. Did all manner of horrible things in here. That cellar that you're in, Mr. Iron-Eyed, that used to be a torture chamber. Bloody hell. Oh, yeah. So the stories say. So the stories say. But, you hear an evil spirit. You may hear a wailing at the witching hour. And you may hear begging voices when you're down in the cellar. I'd like to point out I've never heard any begging voices down in the cellar. Well, like I said, these are stories.
So, I would like to Just detect if there's any undead about.
Forgot we literally have a truth detector of this story about it being haunted by having the literal paladin here.
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
60 feet. 60 feet I've got.
60 feet. Okay. So as you're kind of warming that up, Rembrandt kind of shrugs. He's like, I mean, people believe this stuff, right? Why do you think I got this place so dang cheap?
I always wondered how the hell we got it that cheap, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry Don't worry your heads about it. It's probably a bunch of bullshit. And he just taps on the table. Did you hear that all right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good. So he just pats it 3 times. And as you trigger your divine sense, Kalthar, there is a on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Much louder.
Do I feel anything?
You get a tingle. You get a definite tingle as there is another.
I start looking around for Knock to see if it's him, just like in another room, banging on the wall.
So Knock is sort of halfway across the room, and as on the third knock, you see his beak is like he's been making the noise. He's like, oh.
Nice Rembrandt, by the way. I like it.
Now, Kalthar, you can detect there is definitely an undead presence somewhere. Now you can detect its exact location in that sense.
I can, yes.
It seems to be coming from all around you. In the walls, in under the floor, behind the bar, in the kitchen, above you in the upper floors. And there is another louder series of knocks. Knock did not do this time. You were looking straight at him, Graccus.
Just everyone else heard those knocks, right? I'm not going crazy, am I?
Something's going on here.
What do you mean?
Rembrandt, have you always been a bartender? You're not a necromancer or something, are you? Even dabbling.
I feel like that would have come up before now.
Yeah. Kalthar.
Answer the question.
Well, am I a necromancer? No, I'm not a goddamn necromancer.
You haven't dabbled in it for tonight or anything like that?
No. But
Is anyone here?
Everyone. No.
Kalthar, what can you sense?
I can sense the dead everywhere. Here, below, above, walls, outside.
Mm-hmm. So your undead sense lasts for about a round.
Yeah, it's just as an action. Yeah.
Yeah. So it lasts for 6 seconds, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
So for the first 5 seconds, you were just getting that, oh, that's weird, all around you. And on the 6th second, it was like the motion tracker in Alien.
Mm-hmm.
In Aliens, where you get it was almost like a ring of pings around the Devilish Archive.
The sweep.
I'm gonna hit. So I've got 5 of these. I can chamber 5 of these.
Yep.
I want to hit it again.
Mm-hmm. So you get the same reading inside, indeterminate readings of something, some undead presence in here, and the pings around the outside are closer.
Lock the doors.
Lock
the doors. Lock the
while
doors now.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna use detect magic.
All the doors.
Hold on. I'm locking us down.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Brock, basically runs to the bar and pulls a crank, and shutters go down over all the windows, and the door locks. And the back doors lock as well. You hear them out back. And you're kicking off Detect Magic, Graccus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that will tell me, and I can sense full duration, which is up to 10 minutes for concentrate. I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. If I can sense it in that way, I can use my action to see a faint aura on any visible creature or object that bears the magic, and I learn the school of magic it is from.
Mm-hmm. Okay, right. So, immediately around you, you don't sense much. Just right at the edge of the range, you sense something coming from the bar area.
I'm going to head back over to that clay pot.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to pick up the clay pot that had the grey dust in it.
Mm-hmm.
And just open it up and see if this is giving me the ping.
Something on the lid is giving you the ping.
Is it desecrated at all?
Oh, the stuff inside the pot. Yes, it is. I forgot you could do that. Consecrated, desecrated. Yes, desecrated stuff. Well, consecrated, desecrated ground you can sense. This stuff is definitely desecrated.
So I'm now looking at the lid to see if I can see any symbols or markings.
There is a symbol.
Fuck. I'm guessing I can sense magic from that.
Yes.
And would I be right in guessing it's going to be necromancy?
Yes, it is.
Fuck.
And as you say, fuck.
I go.
I might
Here.
They're here.
Game over, man! Game over!
There is just sort of just the sound of hands hitting a dice tray, hitting the walls of the door and hitting the shutters. Just sort of fumbling hands. And as you listen, make a perception check.
For me, that is an 18.
You hear from outside, all around the Devilish Archive, a low, mournful, groaning sound. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, bodies of water, we'll see you in part 2 of Dive Bar of the Dead. So, these will be coming out. Well, we haven't worked out the release schedule yet, but they'll be coming out thick and fast.
Short and sharp. They're going to be bang, bang, bang over the weekend.
Oh, yeah. So
it's probably the lead up to Halloween at the moment. So strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen, bodies of water.
Indeed. So like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss these. These are some good ones. We got spooky lighting and everything.
It's good shit, man.
I had spooky lighting. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Carl also needs to see things so we can.
Yes. I feel like combat's going to be a bad idea if I can't literally see my dice.
It might put a dampener on things, yes.
Yeah, it might be a 20, it might be a 1, cannot tell.
It may very well be. Well, you can follow me on Minds at Waterhouse Author.
I'm on there. Find me.
I'm not.
Continued in part 2. Tune in, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.